Hello everyone and welcome back to Student Life. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Becky and as it is currently April, exam season is imminently approaching. So I thought it might be useful for some of you guys that are sitting exams in the next few weeks and months to share some of my tips for exam preparation that might hopefully make your exam season that little bit more bearable. So the first thing I always try and do when I'm about to start any sort of revision for exams is to clear up my workspace and make myself a designated revision area. And what helps me to work best is to have a really clear space, a comfortable space to work in, but also a space that has good daylight if possible. Because I really believe in the saying, clear space, clear mind. I don't like to work in a cluttered environment because I feel like it makes my brain cluttered. So anything I can try and do to help myself focus a bit better is really good. Apparently this doesn't actually work for everyone, but if it works for you then it's definitely a good thing to try. So tip number 2 would be for people like me who are visual learners to work in colour. I find things in colour a lot more interesting than in black and white, and also if there's little drawings or images, I find it easier to associate the knowledge that I'm learning with the little pictures that I've drawn. So step number 3 is one that might be quite obvious, but I think a lot of people don't leave themselves the time to complete this part of the revision process, and I think that is to get clued up on your theory first and then practice your past papers. I feel like it benefits me to do little parts of a past paper at a time rather than throwing myself into a whole 2-hour long mock exam in my room, because that first of all puts me off doing it because I don't really want to sit for 2 hours in silence without any distractions and try and do an exam. So I like to break it up into little parts to make it a bit more manageable, and then so you can have breaks in between, so it's not as intense as a proper exam. But then it's good at the end because you can go and check what you've written in your answers against the marking criteria, check how well you wrote your answers or what you were missing, and then you can obviously go back and revise that further. It allows you to familiarize yourself with the structure of the exam itself and to understand how the questions are asked and to basically be more aware of what they are wanting you to answer. So step 4, again, something that might not work for everyone, but something that I found worked for me was to do sort of a group study session, or to just have a friend over with some snacks, all your revision notes, and basically just go through all your notes together and compare what you've got. I think this helps your revision to be more thorough because, for example, you might have missed something in your revision notes that your friend has revised, so you can find out that that's something you maybe need to revise, and vice versa. Like I say, I've done this before, and to be honest, it took me and my friend a very long time because we kept getting distracted, eating, talking, doing everything but work. So I would recommend it as a good revision tip if you know you're actually going to sit and revise. So step 5 brings us up to the night before the exam, which is a really stressful and nerve-wracking night. A good thing to do is to prepare all your things that you need for the exam the night before. So pack up all your pens, definitely take at least 2 pens because the last thing you want is to be running out of ink in the middle of an exam. Take your student ID, and also make sure you familiarise yourself with the venue that your exam is taking place in. So you can, I think you can check on Blackboard and it will tell you what room the exam is in, and make sure you know in your mind how you're going to get there in the morning, because it's really not ideal to wake up and feel like you haven't got anything prepared and you don't even know where you're going for the exam. Exam season is a really stressful time, so if you are struggling, make sure you go and speak to someone. You can speak to anyone at the Student Support Services, the Wellbeing Centre, if you feel like you need help with anything. And if you have any other tips for preparing for exams, make sure you leave them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video, good luck, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!